Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So I promise I didn't wake up this morning wanting to be a hater, but the first thing I saw on social media was this post talking about a YouTube video recently uploaded by a channel called TheAnimeMen that has nearly 5 million subs on YouTube. And you can see the title, we ranked the most popular anime from each year, 1961 to 2025, present day. And this video is terrible. I have to agree with the tweet here describing it. It might be one of the worst anime related videos I have seen in a very long time. Basically, a bunch of guys on this channel go through all of these anime, including foundational anime that inspired the current industry that we have, and they throw them into the F tier. You have people in this video who literally admit they hated anime most of their life and then discovered anime as COVID weebs back in 2020, and now they're crapping on the most inspirational anime that literally made the industry what it is today. Now, before we get into some clips from that video, I have some good news to start off with. My code with AdvancedGG has been bumped to 30% for the next 1 day and 20 or so hours. So if you use code REV30 at checkout, you get 30% off your total AdvancedGG order, and you can scroll through. They have all the flavor jars out here. Everything is a banger. You guys love AdvancedGG for a good reason. I stand by this company. They have treated me well, and they have great products, okay? All of their flavors are bangers. You guys will enjoy them, and clearly you do because you guys are very enthusiastic about AdvancedGG. Now, you can scroll through this for yourselves. I'll put a link to it in the pinned comment, but you might notice there is Rev's official flavor. It is coming soon. You can't get this yet, but I want to share this because normally when I have a flavor jar, it's really just my label slapped onto an existing flavor, but this one is really special. It's going to be my official jar. It's a flavor I picked out with my own label on it, and it's going to be something that is a staple on the website. It is going to be permanently available, and only a handful of content creators with Advanced have gotten this opportunity. So yeah, I have no one else to thank but you guys for being so supportive of me and AdvancedGG for years now. And when you use my code like REV30, for example, you keep helping make new cool things come into play, just like this. So as always, use the pinned comment, use the link there, and use code REV30 at checkout to save 30% off your AdvancedGG order. And this will be out, this new flavor jar will be out in the next month or so, so keep an eye on that. Just wanted to share that real quick. So what are we talking about in today's video? Let's get back to the content. Okay, TheAnimeMen. This is a YouTube channel, not to be mistaken with TheAnimeMen. They have nearly 5 million subs, and they make a lot of anime-related content, obviously, but you can see you might be confused by the number of views for a channel with this many subscribers. Well, it's explained because they focus a lot on shorts. Like a lot of other channels, they get a huge amount of their views and subs from their shorts. You can see some of the shorts with 4.7 million, 1.3 million, 3.2 million. That's where they get the majority of their traction. It doesn't really seem to translate over to their actual videos because this one they uploaded about 2 days ago has 33,000. And as you can see, it has 1.3K likes versus 4.1K dislikes. Obviously, it's not going well, but it doesn't seem like a lot of the people who are subscribing for the shorts are transitioning over to the actual videos. And this video itself is atrocious for so many reasons. We're going to watch various clips, but let's get the intro to their concept here and get the first two rankings of the anime they have reviewed, based on the first episode, by the way.
Today we're going through 100 years of anime history,
ranking the most popular anime from each year to decide once and for all
the best anime of the century. Me and Cade.
Me and Jeremy.
Hey yo, it's Team Ethan Gianni, bro.
What's up,
We
man?
always go crazy.
That's a little too crazy.
Yeah, okay.
We're starting with this.
It's on YouTube and it's 35 seconds long.
Whoa! That fight scene was cracked. That fight scene was cracked.
It was 30 seconds. It was about some sushi chef with like octopus arms. That anime is F tier.
This first one is Otogi Manga Calendar.
There's honestly not too much going on here that grabs my attention besides some little tune playing in the background and a still frame of some character looking at a painting. It's not looking good so far for anime. This is going directly into the F tier category.
Now, this might just be me, but this sort of Mr. Beast-esque vibe with videos like this, I hate it. But anyways, you can see they keep putting these classic anime into the F tier, and that is a common theme for the 1960s and really anything before the year 2000 for them. They pretty much throw everything into the F tier, including some of the most inspirational and foundational anime that have ever existed. But you can see, even with a 30-second clip, they couldn't even pay attention. The one guy was literally staring at his phone. He couldn't make it through a 30-second clip before ranking it. And you see this sort of a cracked language. You know, it's some Zoomer terminology you see from like TikTok or whatever. That is a really big theme throughout all this. You have to understand the kind of people that are reviewing this on a channel with nearly 5 million subs. The one guy literally admits that he didn't like anime for most of his life and only became an anime fan during the pandemic. Like, you can't make stereotypes up like this.
As we have Death Note finally.
Death Note is so peak.
I was saying with him, Death Note, I used to hate anime my whole entire life. Until 2020, the first actual anime episode I ever watched was the first episode of Death Note. It was so good. Absolute masterclass, masterpiece. 3, 2, 1. S tier! It is the best episode we have watched by far.
It's actually kind of impressive how much of a stereotype for the COVID weeb this guy is. If you don't know what a COVID weeb is, by the way, it's someone who only joined anime the second the pandemic started. So they never liked anime. In many cases like this guy, they hated anime up until 2020. Then the pandemic starts, they're stuck inside, and all of a sudden now they're trying out anime, and they like it to a degree, despite the fact that they spend all their time crapping on the medium, and in this case, having no respect for tropes and the foundation that made the industry what it is today. And there's so many people like this. If you go to social media, Twitter in particular, there are COVID weebs all over the place. They are the most annoying people. They're the ones who want to basically play the role of a narcissist who just joins in on a fandom and a medium and wants it to now cater towards what they want. And they go around calling people buzzwords and crapping all over the medium and its fans who have been there much longer than them. And that's just the way COVID weebs are. So the fact that this guy just admitted to all of that is literally insane. And this is the guy going back and calling like foundational anime boring and a waste of time. It's crazy. And another petty thing here, can you please put down the food while you're recording a YouTube video? This is so petty and so specific to me. I don't know, maybe someone out there agrees with me. Maybe one person resonates in the comment section, but I absolutely hate when people are eating while recording a YouTube video. Like, just put it down. You had to talk for 10 seconds. Just put it down for the 10 seconds it takes to make the recording. But they put Death Note in the S tier, and that's, again, based on the first episode. And I will say, you know, I really enjoy Death Note. In fact, it's one of the, I would say, like 5 anime I would recommend to someone who's just getting into the medium. But yeah, it's like they got a ball on a tee here, and they still messed it up by admitting all these crazy things about being a COVID weeb. But it gets worse. This is their description of Lupin the Third, another classic anime. And listen to how they describe their level of respect for this anime.
Next anime we're watching is Lupin the Third.
Yeah, we recognize this character, and we're giving this anime a little bit more respect, so we're only gonna put it at 1.5 times speed.
Lupin's girlfriend, I think, gets captured and starts getting tortured by the bad guy. But before it goes any further, Lupin outsmarts the guy and saves the day until he's betrayed by his girl, but then ends up with her in the end. It's honestly very confusing, but as you can see, the foundations were laid and it leads to what it is today. And it's going in the D category.
Playing Lupin the Third on 1.5 speed because they respect the anime that much. That is the wildest thing I've ever seen. Like, people who are dopamine starved, they have no attention span, they have to play things in 1.5 speed just to make it through. That's crazy. Okay, like, if you have to do that for an anime, that is like a complete level of disrespect. But, you know, they can't pay attention for 2 seconds. Did you watch the clip? They're either snacking or on their phone every waking moment. Like, what is wrong with these people? Do they need like Adderall or something? I don't understand how you cannot just sit there and pay attention. This is their content. It's watching and reviewing anime, and they can't even do that on regular speed, let alone without looking at their phone every 2 seconds. And then you're supposed to trust their judgment on how they rank these things. It's absolutely insane. But this next part is what really threw me for a loop. It's the level of disrespect. This is back at the beginning of the video when they're going through the 1960s, and they talk about 2 anime in particular, Astro Boy and Big X, and they absolutely clown on these 2 foundational anime. It's It actually will make you lose brain cells watching this stuff.
We are going to be watching. Our very first one is called Tetsuan Adam. So, Tetsuan Adam, let's go. It's on YouTube.
Yo.
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. My bad, guys. That was Astro Boy.
Oh,
that was Astro
come
Boy.
on,
My
bro.
bad. Okay.
You pressed the wrong one.
Why is it Astro Boy?
Tetsuan Adam is Astro Boy.
Okay, like, I'm trying to take it seriously, but look at this Looney Tunes ass fault. He's abandoning his son, and then it's literally just like, it's like, come on. So, Astro Boy from 1963.
I give it an absolute bottom of the barrel F tier.
F tier, bottom of F tier.
Big X,
Man, big dookie, bro.
big stinky, bro. Like, bro, you're telling me people used to watch this?
I'm actually upset that I watched it.
But it was just beyond bad. Like, this anime shouldn't have been made, bro.
Like, brother, TikTok is down the hall and to the right. I cannot believe the level of disrespect. Not just throwing these in the F and D tiers. They basically do that for the entire decade of the 1960s. But the disrespect is insane. To say that Astro Boy is the bottom of the barrel of the F tier. They put it in the deep garbanzo tier. How on earth can you do that? Like, you don't have to look at Astro Boy and say this is the peak of animation. We get it. It's from the 1960s. Like, it's not going to look like anime we see today. They just didn't have the technology at the time. But still, you can respect what it did for the medium. And in this case, it was really the first animated TV series that had mainstream high levels of success in Japan. In fact, it was the first anime to premiere in the United States. You know what? Honestly, looking back at it, that was a mistake. They should not have introduced anime to the West. Big mistake. We have abused it. We have ruined the medium. And look at the people like ranking the classics, the most inspirational anime of all time, throwing them in the bottom of the F tier. Absolutely insane. And then referring to Big X, the one COVID weeb says he was upset that he watched it, that he wasted his time, and that it shouldn't have ever been made. I got nothing, but apparently this guy's got more to say about icky themes and tropes in a different series he was watching.
Guys, I'm sorry. No. Guys, it only gets worse. It only gets worse every single time. I don't know what I'm watching. I'm getting scared. Look at this. It's about like this high school girl, bro. She gets charmed up by this like dude. This dude definitely is older, bro.
This dude literally looks like he's 35 with 4 kids.
Yeah, dude. This girl just started high school, bro. No.
Look, that's me and Kate right there. All the huzz are looking for us. Look at this.
They're just very pretty guys, but they were
very
just girls.
pretty guys.
So I just don't understand what the concept was, and
I've got to watch, dear brother.
You know what? I'm going to say it. We all owe the anime man an apology. Don't mix this guy up with the anime men. Joey's had some takes on his channel or with the Trash Taste podcast that have gotten a lot of criticism on social media, particularly his anime-related takes. And you know what? I take him 100 times out of 100 over these guys. It's not even close. Like, I think we owe him a bit of an apology. Like, you know what? We didn't realize how good we had it with this guy. Like, this is absolutely crazy. You can see these guys virtue signaling about fictional content, going through and talking about, like, the older dude, he looks 35. Like, this is very Hassan Piker coded, right? Like, trying to act like someone who's 35 is, like, so ancient, it's actually hard to believe. Like, no, dude, like, that's probably the average age of an anime fan. You're like freaking out over someone being 35, let alone a fictional character where this guy is whining about fictional characters. Like, dude, you're in the wrong medium. And also, they praise other series that are like way more deep into these things they think are problematic, but they glaze those up because they're more recently created, I guess. But yeah, totally ridiculous. And then he said something at the end. I don't think there's a translator in the world that could really break apart what he actually said. I have no clue. But at the end of the day, these guys are what? Tourists. And this clip about Dragon Ball just really slams that one home, okay? These guys are tourists. Not only did they have no respect for anything that came even a few decades ago, but they don't know anything about something as basic as Dragon Ball.
Alright, Ethan. You know what time it is?
Dragon Ball time.
Dragon Ball time.
Dragon Ball. I don't want anyone attacking me for what I'm about to say, but what the hell did I just watch? Goku with a tail. I've never seen that before. Goku with his You know, you just gotta watch the anime to find out, but Nirvana cover. And Bulma trying to the 10-year-old? Are you serious? It's honestly not a very good start to the anime. This is going straight into the D tier.
Yeah, why does Goku have a tail? Certified tourist moment. Certified tourist moment. Like, I'm not even like the biggest Dragon Ball fan of all time, but like, dude, are you serious? Did you really just say that on a channel with nearly 5 million subs? A channel that's dedicated to anime? Like, that is posting your own L's at that point. But it kind of reminds me of a lot of other people on social media, the COVID weebs, who, you know, they use the Dragon Ball memes to try to call people like predators over fictional content, not realizing like the early seasons of Dragon Ball had plenty of lolicon and Shotokan themes, and they're just showing, again, how much of a tourist they are. But, you know, more whining about fictional content seems to be a present theme with these people, virtue signaling about it. But there's a couple other things I want to talk about in regards to this video, but I'm going to do kind of generally. We're not going to watch any more clips. I think you guys get the points. They really have a weird relationship with Mecha. You can see they gave Macross a F tier ranking, which is one of the inspirations behind Gurren Lagann, which they gave an A tier. Like, make it make sense, man. This is crazy. Actually crazy. At the end of the day, all this stuff is objective, right? There's no, or subjective, right? There's no right or wrong answer or right or wrong ranking of something like an anime review. But this stuff is crazy. I think the average anime fan with pretty much any experience looks at this and they're just like scratching their heads. Or in some cases are probably like punching their desk or something. It's crazy. They also gave Toradora a C tier. You know what? I'll play one more clip. I lied. Okay, one more clip.
Guys, me and Jeremy are at the point where we've already seen so many and we just want something new.
And this is exactly not it.
And when we get something like Toradora, keep in mind, we're only 15 minutes in.
I feel like we've seen so many romance and slice of lives that are kind of exactly the same.
Because of that, we'll be putting it in
C tier.
Personally speaking, if you give Toradora a C tier and / or fall asleep while watching it, you should be deported. I think that is a fair response to that. I think there should be some punishment for giving Toradora a C tier. That absolutely racks my mind. That is crazy work to give that a C tier while giving something like Naruto S tier. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's absolutely crazy, but let's wrap this video up. Here is their actual tier list. This is the finalized result. You can see a lot of head scratchers like Inuyasha being in the D tier, Angel Beats being in the D tier, One Punch Man being in the C tier, basically the entire F tier just being old anime, because apparently old equals bad. And then all of the S tier, except for maybe 2 exceptions, is all stuff from the last like decade or 2. That's pretty much what's going on with this video. I think there's an obvious pattern here. And the comments section is brutal. Let's read a couple. This one's saying, called TheAnimeMen. Don't like anime. Yeah, don't mess with us anime fans, us COVID weebs. We hate anime. The next one says, one of the biggest anitubers turning out to be nothing more than a tourist. How am I not surprised? Not at all. Consistently demonstrating that all anitubers do not like anime. True. Named TheAnimeMen. Asks why Goku has a tail. And then you can see some of the rankings people are calling out. Used to hate anime my whole life. Why the heck do you even have a viewer base? I can't believe a sentient human being running a popular anime channel would say something like that. It actually blows my mind. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.